All right, I haven't done this in about a year, so let's see if we can make this work. This is 18 gauge. This is about 2.5 feet, a little less than a meter. You could do 18 or 20, and for these beads, you can do 4, 6, or 8 millimeters round beads. Make sure the hole works with your wire before you begin. All right, so this is like crazy fun. And super easy. I was shocked at how easy it was when I figured this out. I couldn't believe I didn't see everyone doing it. But anyway, go to the middle of your wire, as always. Put the two ends together so you can find the middle. And bend it into a loop. About like, make this a fairly big loop. I'm going to show you why at the end. But yeah, make that loop almost like the size of your fingertip. And then we're going to do 2 twists like this. Now, we're going to bring this around and bring this around. Let me get up closer. Okay, so about the same size as that big loop you just did. And this is all just kind of feeling it and eyeballing it. There's no like right or wrong. You're not going to get these loops perfect. So just, you know, just jump in and do it, because it's not going to matter in the end. Nobody's going to be like, oh, well, that one curve is like a millimeter off of the other. No, just do it. Just do your best. Try to get it good. But you're trying to make each one of these little ovals a little bigger than this, because when you twist it, it shrinks a little bit. So about like that. Hold it. Twist. Twist. Double twist. And that's the whole video right there. So watch how this goes. Do another one. See, I'm trying to like get my curve the same, get the amount the same. But at the end of the day, you know, don't stress it. Just do. Curve, twist, twist. See what we're doing here? Okay, next one. And I don't even know if it matters. And, you know, it really doesn't matter if you twist one way and then accidentally twist the other way, because once you finish this whole part that I'm going to show you at the end, they don't really come undone. So twist, twist. Okay, super fun, right? This is cute right here. This could be a choker. It's delicate, even with 18 gauge. It's very light. You could just keep going like this, go all the way around, make a really cute choker. In fact, I'm going to do that in a video. But this particular one, as you probably saw by the picture in the beginning, is not a choker. But anyway, we're going to keep going. And you could do this with smaller loops and smaller beads. You experiment, see how you like it. Twist. Oops, see that one? I don't think I did it. I didn't do a double twist on that. That's the only thing I'd say. Make sure you do that double twist, or it starts to pop out. Twist, twist. Okay. Right? Now, start to measure on your wrist and start to estimate how much more you need to go all the way around. You want to try to make it a little bit on the small end of wrists if you're going to sell them, because you can always make a bracelet bigger by adding a couple jump rings and a clasp to stretch it out. It's harder to make a lot of bracelets smaller once you get them a certain size. So if you get it too big and then you have a bunch of people with skinny wrists, then it's like, sorry. All right, so, I mean, it's so easy. Look at that. And twist, twist. I'm about finished. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm, this might be too big already. Okay, so when we finish it, go just make these loops like this. You could just make one loop, but the double loop looks kind of cool. I'm just messing around with trying to get them to the same. I totally forgot how I did this, but look at, see double loop there? But literally, you could just do one loop and then just scarf it. That's it. No. I'm going to come up the loop with my scarf. Don't go crazy trying to scarf it, because you need room for both of these. So I'm going to cut that right there and just tuck it in. Just get that sharp end in there really good. Okay, those came apart. You don't even need them both. You can bend one and move it out of your way if you want, but if you're going to have them both, try to make them kind of together. You'll see why in a second. So here's the second one I got to get rid of. And I'm just going to come up I'm going to redo the scarf, go a little higher, and then tuck that one in. So easy. Get in there. Sharp end. Okay. Now, here we go. This, we'll do that at the end. Let's get our beads. Okay, these are like cute little pink jaspery. I think they're jasper. Or it might be some kind of rhodonite or something. Ow. Camera's not showing how cute they are. But anyway, kind of pink and gray marbled. And then for this part, you only need slightly more wire than the length of the piece you already made. So take the length of it, maybe add 3 inches. So this is I'm gonna say, to be safe, do a foot, because you know me, I always try to conserve wire and get it right to the edge, and then I run out and come out like an inch short. Okay, so keep in mind this is gonna be this. Well, it doesn't matter. Start not on this end, but on this end, and let's just attach this. Give yourself about an inch and just scarf it. Sorry, I went off camera. I'm just wrapping this around here tight. If you give yourself more than an inch, you'll have more leverage. I just... Okay, so that... I didn't make that... if I went up a little higher on this, I would have had been easier to tightly press this piece in, but it's in anyway. So this is the key. See these guys? Watch this. Take a bead. Slide it on. Now, put it right in the middle there. Now this is going to take a little bit of playing. In the beginning you might get the bead too low, too high. You're not going to have it totally centered in that little oval, and that's okay. Because first of all, these parts on the end no one's going to see as much. They're going to be underneath the wrist. The middle part is where people are going to see. That's going to be on top of the wrist. So if this is like, you know, you're learning, don't throw the piece out, say, oh, it doesn't look good. No, it's going to look great. Everyone's going to love it, even if you get better with each one. So what you're doing here now, you just give it a little crimp, a little bend right there. And I'm probably not even going to get this right the first couple times. A little bend, right? And then a little bend the other way. And then wrap it around this part. You once or twice, it doesn't matter either way, right? And then, you know, see that's not quite in the middle. You can mess with it, but don't mess with it all day. Like, just move on. Get another bead. Put it on. Try to center it. And here's where you want to try, whichever direction you're crimping it, you want to try to keep the same crimps from stone to stone, because then it looks like a cool pattern. So there it goes. Crimp, crimp. Hold it in the middle. Wrap it around. I'm coming around twice. That seems like a good, you know. Grab another bead. Dun 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 dun. Do it again. Whoops. And again, these are 6mm. You can use 4, 6, or 8, and this is 18 gauge. You can use 18 or 20. Those are the gauges I recommend for this. Okay, I came to the end here, and again, I'm just going to scarf this other one. So this poor guy has taken 3 sets of wire, but again, I want to leave a lot of loop space, so I kind of diagonaled my way up there, and it doesn't matter where you tuck it. But look at that, came right to the end of my wire. Like, wow, I do cut it close. Maybe take more than a foot. Anyway, there's that part. We're pretty much almost done. Now watch this. Take this part, the first loop, and squeeze it. Now, it's a little tricky at first. You squeeze it with the pliers. You have to go real slow and careful. Make sure you have a good grip, or you will slip, and you will scratch that poor wire up. Okay? They have certain pliers for this. You can get pliers with plastic coating where, you know, you can grip it better and do weird stuff like this and it won't scratch. I've never bought those because I'm just so powerful. I don't need training wheels. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably get them in the future. Anyway, get it like this. See that? Bend it backwards. Bend it forwards. Bend it all the way around. And you have a hook, a cool hook. Now this hook is tricky. First of all, I just exposed that sharp end right there. See, I should have tucked that better. So no problem. Just squeeze it again. Make sure it's tucked. Just always be aware that these things. Always check your piece from every possible position. Now, this hook is tricky. Sometimes I like to make it a little bit more elongated. You know, it looks prettier when it's like more of a perfect circle, but sometimes that works better. But you're going to play with this hook, so don't play with it so much you mangle it. You know, try to make the first one a little functional, but you'll get better with these hooks. I haven't done them in a while, so I don't even know what the best way is, if I should have left more length or whatever, but I think this one will work. This side is going to catch the hook. All we do now is bend it in the shape of a wrist, and you just do that carefully. Sometimes you just take it, do little bends, little bends, little bends all the way around. It's okay if you overshoot it. Remember, a wrist is an oval. It's not a circle. Test it out on your wrist. But basically, at some point, and then, you know, bend this a little more, bend this a little more, like that, and eventually they're going to catch. Voila! And then test it on your wrist and other people's wrists. Now, there's two ways to do it. You can make your hook so perfect that once it's on the wrist, the pressure of the wrist keeps it from falling off. Or if you want to be extra careful, you can pinch this closed after you put it on, so there's no way it could come off. Tricky part about pinching it open and closed is you have to teach the customer how to do it, and you have to explain to the customer they can do it once a day. It's copper, you can flex quite a bit before it gets weak, so they could probably open and close it once a day as they take it on, take it off. If they're sitting there playing with this all day, opening, close, it's going to break eventually, because that's just how most metal works. You create a weak point by bending something back and forth and back and forth. In fact, if you ever have a wire and you don't have your cutters and you just need to make one cut, just take one part and just bend it back and forth about 50 times and it'll break. Anyway, but that's so cute, right? Now another option, you could just put a lobster clasp in here. You could seriously skip the cuteness and, you know, just get a jump ring, lobster clasp. That's easy too. You could also extend this bigger. This is why I said try to make it on the small end. You can put a bunch of jump rings on the end. Where are my dark red copper jump rings? Whatever. I'll just grab any kind. No, why are my sizes mixed up? Anyway, just throw some jump rings on this part. And this guy can grab onto the jump rings too. Here, let me put it on and actually show you so you don't think I'm making this up. Jump ring, jump ring. Jump ring. Okay, so see, that works too. All right, so all those options for you. Now make a million of these guys because they're so cute and they're so easy, and you can do them really fast once you get in the rhythm. They're actually fun. They're pretty hard to mess up, I would say. If you mess up, don't feel bad. I mess up at my taxes all the time, and people tell me they're easy. Okay. Fun, right? Yay.